Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. It is December 4th, 2025. And sources close to the club confirming that Barcelona are receiving lots of offers and inquiries for Raphinha. Also, Deco has spoken about Rashford and whether the club have made a decision on signing him or not. And finally, Barcelona are reportedly trying to lure away one of the most exciting young talents in Manchester United's academy. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo. We'll begin this video with the news that Barcelona are currently receiving a slew of inquiries and offers for no other than Raphinha. Now, of course, Raphinha had a remarkable season last season, scoring 34 goals and providing 26 assists in 57 matches. That's the 60-goal participation in 57 matches. Incredible numbers for Raphinha, who, of course, was nominated for all kinds of awards, including the Ballon d'Or and the FIFA 11. Even though he didn't win them, I think he could have easily won them, and he would have deservedly so won them had he done so. And this season, even though he spent 2 months injured, we've already seen the Raphinha effect, because ever since he has come back to fitness, we've seen how much better the team is with him, where he has become the heart of Barcelona, as opposed to Pedri, of course, who has become the brain of Barcelona. But nonetheless, given Raphinha's incredible performances last season and impressive performance this season so far, despite being out for 2 months, clubs are now reaching out to Barcelona to try to inquire on whether they could sign Raphinha this winter or even next summer transfer market. Now, of course, Barcelona have absolutely no interest in offloading Raphinha. Why would they? He has become one of the most important players on the squad, and Raphinha himself is not interested in leaving. And in fact, he recently signed a contract extension until 2028. But here is the question, just to play devil's advocate. I, of course, personally would not sell Raphinha. We've all seen how important has he become. However, let me ask you this, and please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section. He is 28 years old, right? He will be 29 in a few days. His birthday is on December 14, if I remember correctly. Let's say summer comes and someone offers you 150 million euros, right? Raphinha has a 90 million euro market value. Barcelona is never going to sell him for 90 million. Let's say a club comes and offers you 150 million euros for Raphinha. Would you offload him? Yes or no? And let me know why in the comment section. Because on one hand, of course, again, he's become one of the most important players on the squad. On the other hand, he is 29, or will be 29 in a few days. And in the summer, he will be 29 for sure. And 150 million euros for a player who pretty soon is going to start, entering the final years of his career. It's not a bad deal, and it can go a long way in solving other problems like the center forward position, the center back, left wing. So just to play devil's advocate, let me know what you would do if you were Deco and you receive a 150 million euro offer for Raphinha. Now on to the next bit of news, because from one winger we go on to the next, because ladies and gentlemen, Deco has spoken about whether Barcelona have decided to sign or not Marcus Rashford. Now, as you know, Marcus Rashford has a option in his contract that Barcelona could sign him at the end of his loan for around 30 million euros. And of course, there's been a lot of questions on whether Barcelona want to sign Rashford at the end of the season or not. And there's even been a lot of rumors, with some reports saying, oh, Barcelona have decided to sign him. Oh, Barcelona have decided not to sign him. Well, finally, Deco was asked during yesterday's interview on whether Barcelona have made a decision or not. And this is what the sporting director had to say. We haven't decided because it's not the right time. We're happy with him. He's given us a lot. So Deco, of course, putting an end to all these rumors on whether Barcelona have decided or not by making it clear that no decision has been made in regards to the signing of Marcus Rashford. Now, one thing that Deco did not speak about, and this is coming from sources close to the club, is that right now there is doubt about Marcus Rashford within the board, where there is no consensus with some, where there's some people who are leaning more towards signing him. Other people are leaning towards just ending the loan and returning him to Manchester United. So not only no decision has been made, but right now there's not even consensus within the board on whether to sign him or not. Now, I personally think that given Rashford's performance so far, I would not spend the 30 million euros. But this, of course, as of today, we don't know. He might end the season with 50 goals and 60 assists or some crazy things like that. But as of now, from what I've seen so far, I don't think it's enough to pay 30 million euros. I mean, that's a lot of money. And given how lacking Marcus Rashford is defensively speaking, where he doesn't press, he doesn't track back, he doesn't help with the defensive duties, 30 million is a lot. I would rather just add a little bit more money and maybe sign someone else, maybe for the center forward or a different position. But anyways, I want to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions. Let me know, what do you think about Rashford? Should Barcelona sign him? Yes or no? And let me know why. Now, speaking of Manchester United, we move on to the next bit of news because, ladies and gentlemen, it's reported that Barcelona are trying to lure away one of the most exciting talents currently in Manchester United's academy, and whose name is J.J. Gabriel. Now, if you haven't heard of J.J. Gabriel, he is a 15-year-old center forward. He can also play on the left flank. He's considered the brightest young talent currently in Manchester United's academy. He is part of the under-18 setup, where he has scored so far 10 goals, provided 1 assist in 10 matches in the under-18 Premier League, including a hat-trick in the most recent thrashing of Liverpool 7-0. I guess Liverpool is just sucking all through their categories, not just the senior team, but their under-18 team as well. Now, JJ Gabriel has actually been already called up to train with the first team on a couple occasions because he is, impressing in the academy. And it's reported that Barcelona are trying to lure him away. Now, Manchester United, of course, aware of this and aware that they have a gem on their hands in the academy. So they've been doing everything in their power to try to convince the youngster to stay. In fact, their director of sport, Jason Wilcox, has met with the player and his family several times and has told the family, how important JJ Gabriel is to them. Ruben Amorim himself has also met with the player and his family on several occasions to try to demonstrate to them how important JJ Gabriel is to Manchester United. So far, ManU are confident that JJ Gabriel will be staying, but of course, Barcelona still going to try to lure this youngster away. Now, my question to you is, have you seen JJ Gabriel play? If so, what do you think about him as far as potential and maybe possible signing for FC Barcelona? Let me know down below in the comment section. Now, let's move on to the next bit of news because, ladies and gentlemen, it's now confirmed Nico Schlotterbeck will be leaving Dortmund this summer. Now, as you know, Schlotterbeck has a contract that expires in 2027. There are already a lot of rumors and lots of reports stating that Schlotterbeck did not want to renew with Dortmund, even though Dortmund have been trying to extend the contract of the German defender. And now it's been confirmed that indeed Schlotterbeck will not be renewing with Dortmund, will be leaving in the summer of 2026, which is when he will be entering the final year of his contract, making him, of course, an appealing target for many clubs because, as you know, when players enter the final year of their contract, well, you can negotiate their price down, right? Because the clubs where they currently play at, they have two options: either accept to negotiate the price down or risk the player leaving for free the following summer, kind of like what's going on with Marc Guéhi, where Liverpool had an agreement to sign a player. They were going to pay, I think, 30 million. Crystal Palace said no, and now Marc Guéhi is going to leave for free. So now Crystal Palace is going to earn 0. So Schlotterbeck will be for sure leaving, and as you know, he's a main target for Barcelona, as Barcelona will be looking to reinforce 3 positions in the summer: the center forward, the left wing, and the center back, with Schlotterbeck being Hansi Flick's favorite option to reinforce the center back position. Now, speaking of course, priorities, as you know, the center forward is one of those priorities for the summer, and one player that has been linked a lot with Barcelona is, of course, Julian Alvarez. I don't understand why. I mean, this option is absolutely impossible. There's no way we can afford it. But nonetheless, Julian Alvarez is always being linked with FC Barcelona. Of course, he is Joan Laporta's favorite option to reinforce the center forward position, even though it's impossible. But Matteo Alemany, the former Barcelona sporting director, who's now the sporting director for Atletico Madrid, was asked about these links, and this is what Alemany had to say. No, I have absolutely no knowledge that he is being courted by Barcelona. He is a very important player, very important for the team, for the club, and I know for a fact that he is very happy with us. We are perfect. He has a 5-year contract. So Alemany pretty much going along the same line as Enrique Cerezo, the president of Atletico Madrid, and everyone else that you ask Atletico Madrid, where they're like, look, Julian Alvarez is has a contract. He's happy. He wants to stay here. We want him to stay here. He's very important. In other words, he's not for sale. But even if they do agree for him to leave, they're saying they're going to want something around 150, 180 million euros. So again, I don't understand these links. I understand that, of course, he is a top target for Barcelona, will be a top target for Barcelona and for all clubs around the world. Who wouldn't want Julian Alvarez? But of course, there's a difference between, wanting something versus being able to get that something. And as far as Julian Alvarez, it's pretty much impossible given the price tag. Anyways, that is all for this video. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, Visca Barça.